One of the side effects of being on the internet for a long time is that you tend to have fleeting memories of strange things you've seen over the years. I was born in the 90s, and my late childhood was spent developing alongside the internet, witnessing it evolve and grow alongside its inhabitants. My early memories of the internet are like faded home videos, low-fidelity noise obscuring the image. My vague memories of the internet over the course of middle and high school consist of early webcomics, E-Bombs World, chat rooms, and YouTube in its Windows Vista days. Although I didn't understand the full effect the internet would have on my life, I understood the joy of diving down obscure rabbit holes, finding paranormal videos on YouTube, seeing weird and edgy content that felt a little more unrestrained back then. It had a lasting effect on me, one that has left several fragmented images of strange things I've seen over the years. One of these fragmented memories popped into my head recently. This was of a trailer for a movie called We Are the Strange. The trailer itself was deeply ingrained in my mind, despite having only seen it once. I set out to find it. All I remembered were the words strange animation, we are the strange. And sure enough, the original trailer is still there in all its 240p glory, and it's past 1 million views. Uploaded October 18th, 2006. Happy Halloween, everybody. The first thing you'll notice about We Are the Strange is the distinct animation style. Stop-motion animation is something that disturbs me in a particular way that I can't quite look away from. There's something about unnatural twitching that just disturbs me. Looking around for information about this movie led me down a couple of paths. One, I had to see if the full movie was on the internet. It is, and in 1080p. In fact, the guy who made this, M.Strange, still has an active YouTube channel. Secondly, I had to figure out what Strange was. Strange, I don't know. Consulting the vast libraries of Urban Dictionary, I found my answer. It was invented by him to make weird movies. This man is my hero. Okay. This was all recorded before I watched the movie. So now this part of the recording takes place after I watched the movie. What the fuck? Okay, so this movie's titled appropriately. So appropriately that I don't even know how to convey what I just watched. I feel like the kids in the Willy Wonka tunnel. I'm shell-shocked. So the plot is very simple. In fact, it's so simple that I don't even really know what to say about it. It's pretty much just supplemental to the animation. The movie itself opens on a video game cartridge and a character select screen, so it's safe to say that we're not attempting to do a normal film plot setup here. The brief character biographies are the only introduction we get to this literal video game world, and as the movie opens, you will notice that the environments are absolutely stunning. I love every single background of this movie. All these disparate elements somehow blend together in a very visually satisfying way. This is where M.Strange is most successful. In the jarring presentation, there's a beautiful cacophony to the chaotic shapes. Each pan through the cityscape is a Lovecraftian nightmare. Speaking of Lovecraftian nightmares, this movie has a Shoggoth. In fact, the main villain might be a Shoggoth too. Everybody gets a Shoggoth. Speaking of whom, this villain, he's really good. Every piece of dialogue has a Tim Curry-esque flair to it that I absolutely adore, and as the movie progresses, he becomes much more twisted and intimidating. Granted, Pretty much every character design in this film is somewhat twisted. The animations judder and twist in uncomfortable ways that consistently make you wonder what exactly you're looking at. The strange characters wander the strange environments, and it all comes together in a sort of psychedelic DIY diorama of disturbing and beautiful imagery, mixing stop-motion, 3D, and 8-bit stylings together. It's a bizarre film. If there's one thing that I really didn't like about this movie, it's the dialogue, so to speak. Or rather, the strange monologuing rambling that characters do to each other. Or, even worse, the sound made by the main character. The villain and Blue sound good, and the forced grittiness of the Rain character is edgy in a very endearing early 2000s internet kind of way. But the annoying orange sound-alike, Ori, and the doll boy are very irritating to listen to. The fact that the doll boy looks so disturbing doesn't help either. Other than that, my only major criticism is that the fight scenes are a jumbled mess of shit that is difficult to interpret. Thematically, it's appropriate, but there were several times where I had no idea what I was looking at when there was a fight going on. Honestly though, those are my only major criticisms. This movie has an extremely distinct style, horrifying imagery, and tense moments. It's like a powerful drug trip. Whether that trip is good or bad depends on your tolerance. It's a very simple setup of two strange characters wandering through a strange land, and at the end of it you appreciate all the strange experiences that you had. Now the plot's not complex, but I'm still going to get into some brief spoilers. Skip like 2 seconds ahead if you don't want spoilers. So our heroes are all at their lowest points. The villain's main lair turns into a giant mech, and it turns out the doll boy is the son of Edgy McGrizzled, and is actually destined to be a giant robot pilot. This movie goes full anime, and then Blue becomes a Super Saiyan? This is a good movie. I could honestly analyze this film for a lot longer, but I need to get this video out today, and I honestly think you should all go watch it. If you don't have any issues with flashing images or twitchy stop motion, and if any of what you've seen here intrigues you, I honestly recommend We Are the Strange. The movie is up for free on the animator's YouTube channel, which is still active to this day. He even has a website where you can buy his movies. He has several movies? How many movies? He has 3 movies. Nice. Oh, and you can buy the soundtracks too. Nice. This movie was a journey, and I don't honestly know how to explain my thoughts on it other than saying it's an inspirational example of independent internet media's staying power within our subconscious. I randomly looked this thing up based on like 3 keywords, and it turned into an experience I wouldn't have gotten through any online streamed release. Man, remember movie theaters? Me too. I'm never gonna go back.